I say hi. I share this account with my best friend. Thanks for clicking on this video. She's not with me today though, so yeah. Today's video is things you can do, things you should do before you turn 20. So let's get in with the video. For one, you should donate your hair. So the reason I would suggest donating your hair is because they turn it into wigs, and like girls like us, it can really make their day. So I've always wanted to cut my hair, but it's super short and laid. So I turned 20 at the end of this year, so I probably won't be able to, but I might do it in a couple of years. My number 2 is I recommend writing yourself a letter and then keep it and then read it in 5 years. So in about 5 years you can find the letter and then read it, and you know, just see what your 19 or 20-year-old self said, and maybe you have become successful. Number 3, take a road trip with your friends. So at the start of this year, I went to Caloundra with my best friend. As you might have already known if you watched the Caloundra video. I stayed 1 night with her, and I was there for 2 days. If I was to do it again, I'd probably go longer. When we graduated high school, instead of going to schoolies, we did that instead, and it was amazing. We went to Caloundra for the whole week. I do admit I got badly sunburned. Like, you don't even have to go so far. You could just, you know, go down to the Gold Coast or the Sunshine Coast, or, you know, you could go to New South Wales. You could do that as well. It's really up to you. Number 4, I think this one is to talk to someone you may not know. So like, when I say that, I don't mean go up to a random stranger. Well, I do, but like, what I mean that is like on a train or a bus. So like when there's others around, and if they look like they want to have a conversation, then trying to have one. Like, you could find out an amazing story that you never thought you'd have. So one time I was on the bus on my way to work. I was in year 12, and I sat next to this lady, and she lost her phone. She thought she lost her phone, and I was like, oh, I think I just saw it in your bag, can I help you? And she said, yeah, absolutely. It was this elderly lady, and I ended up helping her find her phone. I had a really bad day at school, but then being able to help someone else made me feel good. And then she told me this really nice story. I remember her telling me a story, but I can't really think of what the story was. So that was that. Number 5, I've currently got it all written down, so that's why I'm looking down. Cook a meal for your family or friends. So I would suggest like, go out and get the ingredients, or like even just make something that you have with all the ingredients at home. So I've done this a couple of times, and I've absolutely enjoyed it. So like, one time I did beef skewers with salad, and then another time I did keto shepherd pie. That was an interesting one, actually. That it turned out okay, but like, it didn't have the best taste. So and like, your family can give you feedback. So like, if you move out of home, if you start to like now to learn, you know, the cooking skills and how to make a meal for like a big family. So like, say if you've got a big family, then it's a good idea. Or like later down the track, like even if you don't have a big family, you could still make like a family size meal and then freeze meals, and then you could take it to work or to school or whatever you're doing. My 6th one is to go to a concert. And when I mean go to a concert, go like with friends and or family, and try to stay off your phone. So like live in the moment. I've been to 4. My first one was One Direction, then I went and saw Harry Styles solo, Niall Horan solo, and then I went to Julia Michaels. And I think for 2 of them I was like Snapchatting people, and I was like sending videos. Okay, so what I was saying, like live in the moment. So I went to 2 different concerts and I was Snapchatting people and I was taking videos and taking photos, and I think that's where I went wrong, because I wasn't living the moment. I was just, you know, on my phone the whole time, half the time. And like, you pay so much to go to these concerts, right? So live in the moment, dance, sing, meet new people that are sitting next to you, like, you know, really, really get involved. Number 7, go to like a class. So what I mean that is, Cordia and I did yoga and Pilates at the start of the year. That was actually really fun. Like, it definitely made me sore. You could even go to like a cooking class, or so you could do like a cooking class. So my sister did my cousin a couple of years back. They did this like sausage roll cooking class, and now she makes sausage rolls all the time. So you could even do that. You could do that on the holidays. I don't know when they'll start doing that again, since, you know, COVID. But yoga is really fun. It stretches out your body. It's great. And Pilates, yeah, like I don't know if I'd ever go to another Pilates class, but if I did, then I'd probably have a good time. Number 7, that's number 8. Volunteer. So help at an animal shelter, or help at a homeless shelter, like help someone else. And that also is another way to meet new people and hear their stories. And volunteering can be so good for you. So for the last 4 years I have volunteered at the Fate at my sister's school, and basically everybody now knows me at my sister's school, and I also work there, but yeah, so that's good. Number 8, I think. No, number 9 maybe. Sleep under the stars. So I have gone swimming under the stars, but I haven't slept under the stars. So that could be like go on a camping trip. So I guess you could do that in your take a road trip with your friend. You could go camping, and I've heard a lot of people love it. Maybe choose a night that it's not gonna rain. That's my suggestion. Number 10. See a movie by yourself. Now, I know what that sounds like. Seeing a movie, why would I see a movie by myself? It really gets you out of your comfort zone. And everybody thinks it's dumb or stupid to see a movie by yourself. But I think it would be pretty cool. Like when you're at home and you're in your bed, you'll watch a movie by yourself. So I don't know why people find it uncomfortable to watch a movie by themselves. Like, I know many people who do it all the time. So I think once the restrictions lift, I might go and see a movie by myself too. Do a bullet journal for a year. It's my number 11. So I have a bullet journal. I have showed it in many videos. Just show you. I started this about 3 years ago, but I never completed one. And this year I was determined that I want to finish one. So that's what's going on. It's a bit boring. But I really, really have tried to keep with it. So I've got the January. I did like a sleeping log, mood tracker, a playlist, tasks that I wanted to get. I did a water track. I've done quotes through the year. So I've done all the way up to, like, done all the planning up to November. I know a lot of people will like to do it a month ahead, but I just really got into it this one day and I just pretty much sat there for about 2 hours just doing month to month. So that's a great one. You can get the books at Typo, or I know you can get some on the Wish as well. Typo is also having a massive sale at the moment, so yeah. Number 12, join a club. So this year I did Fizzy, which is all types of dance, like hip hop, ballet, swing, lyrical, all that kind of stuff. I did Fizzy when I was about 11 or 12 years old, and then when my little sister was born I stopped, and she joined back up again last year and she made it all the way to Sydney. I was so proud of it. This year I decided I'd join back up. I also joined the gym, and that's not really a club, but yeah, and you know, it keeps you motivated, it gets you moving, you know, you can achieve so many goals when you're around, you know, other people who love the same sport that you're doing. So that's good. And my last final point, number 12, do something that gets your adrenaline going and up. So that could be jet skiing, skydiving, go to an amusement park, anything like that. You could go on into a helicopter, one of those like jet boats. Those always seem really cool. When I went to Canada with Claudia, when we were graduating year 12, for the first time I went on a jet ski. I was so nervous to go on it. I was so nervous when I was on it, but it, like, I think halfway through the adrenaline started pumping, and like, yeah, you get scared that you're gonna fall off, because you know, like, you're middle of the freaking lake. But I had such a rush doing it, and when I got off I was like, oh my god, that was so cool. And like, there's so many photos and there's so many videos of me doing it. I've also been to some amusement parks as well, and I think all, you know, those like, so at Dreamworld there's this ride called the Claw. I was so nervous going on that ride, I remember, and just going on it the first time, I had like this yearly pass, and I remember that was my favorite ride when I finished that yearly pass. It was, yeah. You know, it gets your adrenaline moving, and I think that's important because you've got something exciting happening, and once again, it gets you out of your comfort zone or your comfort square. And to become successful in life, you can't stay in that square. And I've had to learn that. And you know, I'm still learning that. But yeah, that's really what I've got to say. So let me know in the comments what point you liked. You don't have to do those things before you turn 20, but it's just a suggestion. And yeah, and you can look back at it, you know, when you're like 30 or 52 or anything like that, and go, yeah, I spent my teenage years right, and it was exciting. And yeah, so that's it for this week's video. I'll see you next week. Bye guys.